What's going on, lovely people? Welcome to the R&B Unfiltered podcast with two of your lovely hosts. My name is Bapiwe and
my name is Raboni, and welcome, guys.
First episode. Yeah, welcome to the first episode.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about. So we're going to cover actually early stages of a relationship, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk all about it, spilling all the tea, giving you guys advice. But disclaimer.
Big disclaimer.
We are not relationship experts.
Yes. We're
And
just two people who've been dating for 2 years. 2 years? Been dating for 2 years.
2 and 7 months.
Yeah,
Yes.
2 years, 7 months. So
Yeah, we
kind of
just-
know a bit.
We're giving
Yeah, but we know.
our experience
Yeah.
and what we have learned and keep learning so far. So let's dive right into it.
Yes, and so before we dive right into it, please comment, like, subscribe. We would appreciate it a lot.
Yes, please subscribe to our channel, guys. Help it grow. We're planning to do some big, valuable stuff here, so make sure you do stick around and share it, like we said in the first video, with everybody: your friend, your lover, your partner, your family, your dog.
Everyone.
Yeah, so let's get right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Anyway, as we all know, when it comes to the meeting up, when it comes to a relationship, I think the first thing is, we all know this, is the meeting up stage. Right? It's the meeting up stage. And so I've been thinking about it for quite a while, and actually thinking, is how we meet up important? Is where we meet up important? Because we get some people who meet up in bars, some people taverns, and then they end up having a wonderful marriage or a wonderful relationship, whatever. And you get some people who meet up in parks, your romantic settings or whatever, but they end up, down there.
Yeah.
2 years later. But so here's the question: is where we or how we meet up important?
I think, honestly, is it important? I think to some extent it does play a role in what happens and what would be the outcome of the relationship. So, for example, if you meet somebody, go tavern, I don't know. First of all, tavern is a place for drinking, grooving, getting wild. At least that's what I know. So, it depends, honestly. If you meet somebody go tavern and you both are grooving and drinking and whatever, it seems like your values are aligned. Even though that's not our go-to. We don't drink, we don't party.
Yeah, we certainly did not meet.
Yeah, we didn't. We actually met at church. Yeah, we met at church, but we'll get into it. If you meet somebody at a bar or a tavern or whatever, I would say it does not matter, but it also plays. I wouldn't be surprised if you met somebody at a tavern and then 2 months down the line the relationship is broken. The place where you met kind of plays a role into it, Whereas if you met somebody at a library or at a park, I'm not saying everybody who meets at a park
ends up having
a wonderful relationship, but I'm just saying the setting does kind of play a role. Yeah, definitely. What do you think?
Well, with me, it's I'm a bit 50-50 because firstly, as I said, there are people who have met in a tavern, people who have got drunk together, whatever, and had wonderful marriages, wonderful relationships. but then we get people who meet in your parks, your movie theater, your whatever,
Yeah.
and they end up actually breaking up sooner than the ones in the tavern. So with me, yeah, something interesting, Jay.
Yeah, it is interesting. It
Yeah,
could
something
go
interesting.
both ways.
It
There's
could,
no
yeah.
this way or the highway. It could go
Yeah.
either way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. So, guys, please, actually, a challenge to you guys too is let us know if it's actually is it important. Right?
Yeah, please comment down.
Is it important where people meet and
Yeah.
what does it tell about all that?
So just a background story. We obviously, like we said, met at church,
Yep.
and we didn't. It was not your typical meet up.
Yeah.
You know, we met at church. We went to church, for like what? How many years?
I think 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
While we knew each other, and we didn't have a relationship
Yeah, for sure.
at that time. So we were just like acquaintances and friends, and then friends. We started hanging out together, and then that's when we got interested in one another. So
Yeah, one thing led to the next.
yeah, it wasn't a typical meet.
Meet, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. So what are the signs that a relationship is moving from dating, casual,
Yeah.
to committed?
To
What would be the signs?
committed. Okay.
How would you tell if now you can see this relationship is, or how would you know this thing is
Yeah,
serious,
yeah, yeah.
or we just like casual dating?
Well, for me, how I knew actually was when I started letting go of some things, or just say started sacrificing some things. You know, like for example, when I had extra free time, I would go do this.
Yeah, yeah.
I think most notably for the boys is where when you meet a girlfriend and you're serious about her, and then you start hanging less with the boys, you start going there and actually going more with her instead, you see. So yeah, with me, I noticed myself doing that, and then I went with her, okay, cool, I wish we would nah, this
It's
is, yeah. And crazily, it just happened, you know.
Yeah.
It just happened. I don't know if other males may relate to that, or is it a conscious thing, I don't know. But for me, it just so happened, and then I noticed, I caught myself in the act, it's no, man,
Yeah.
I'm stopping
Yeah,
chilling
this
with
and that.
the boys, but okay, cool.
Hmm.
And then that's why like okay, cool.
Something is going on.
Something deep is going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I think? The signs.
Yeah.
Well, firstly, I think what you just said applies to both boys and girls. I mean,
So girls also
yeah, like
take, take time
Yeah.
from the girls and everything.
yeah, and you just want to be with. I mean, most girls are clingy, if we can call it that, and they just like emotional by nature. So
Yeah.
we just always want to be around that person who sparks our interest, or who, you know, who we feel like this is a potential, you know, partner. So yeah, that's also true. And another sign I would say, I can't speak for everybody, by the way. I'm just gonna speak on
Yeah, most
what
definitely.
my signs and what I experienced. So with me, goodness, with me was when I saw that this was getting serious, was when I realized that we actually shared so much interest, so much values, like our values aligned, our interests aligned. So I think when you have found somebody, or when you have met somebody, and you guys are like hanging out, and you can see that no man, this person I am free to be with, you know, my values, he speaks my language
Yeah.
in a way. I think that's also a sign. Yeah, that's what I can think of. I mean, there are multiple signs, you know, there are multiple signs that
Yeah,
you can
for sure.
get. So we just speaking what we
Yeah.
experienced.
Yeah, and as I said, it just for me. I think it just happens naturally. Personally, for me, I think it happens naturally. I mean, some people might be conscious about it. With okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do this because I value her like that. And if that's you, then cool. But yeah, with me, it just happened naturally, and that was that.
Okay, next question. How can you ensure that you're building a strong foundation for a relationship at the beginning?
At the beginning. Ooh.
How can you
Okay.
make sure you are building a
A
solid,
solid, yeah, solid.
foundation?
I think, personally for me, it starts with the individuals themselves. I think it starts with the individuals themselves, and so basically it means Uti. Are you set in your foundation? Do you have a strong foundation? Uwe. And do you have enough to actually pour into the relationship and be like, yeah,
Yeah.
now we're building together, you see?
Yeah.
Because it's crazy if you don't have anything, you don't have a strong foundation, you don't
Yeah.
have self-esteem, going,
Yeah.
but then you want to build a solid foundation of a relationship and all that.
Yeah.
I personally think, but it won't happen. You know, it won't happen. So I first think it's from the individuals, babodwa, and then when they come together again, that's where it's like, okay, cool, let's build a foundation and how our values. I believe it starts with the beliefs, your
Yeah.
shared beliefs, your shared values, your just everything you have in common that will make the relationship go stronger.
Yeah.
You know?
I definitely agree. It starts from within. You can't really hope for a relationship to save you. You know, you have
for
to.
sure.
We're big on doing the inner work, you know, working on yourself, self-development. Before anything, before any
anything, for sure.
friendship, any relationship, girls out here, work on yourself first. So yeah, you have to do the inner work. You have to lay a foundation within yourself.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you have your priorities straight, your values, your ambitions, you know, before you can jump in and try to solidify a relationship.
Yeah, most
Whereas
definitely.
inside you lacking self-esteem, confidence, and you have like the baggage of
The past.
yeah, the past, your relationship.
especially right now, and in the whole hookup culture and everything.
Yeah.
It's
You might want to start working on yourself first before you lay a foundation with somebody else.
but
Yeah.
now then I have to play devil's advocate here.
Okay.
So, what do you tell someone that's like, I get my self-esteem in the relationship. I get my self-esteem in the I don't have it individually, but when I get in the relationship, I'm actually feeling good about myself. I feel like this. I feel good. I feel better. What do you tell that kind of person?
I would actually ask that kind of person, what happens when that person leaves?
Okay.
Yeah, what happens to you? Because
I mean,
nothing
that's-
is really guaranteed in
Yeah.
life. Relationships, they're not guaranteed, honestly. They're not.
That's definitely the truth.
So if you attach your confidence and self-esteem with the person you're dating, what happens when they leave? What happens they were not meant to be your partner forever? What happens? You know, are you now going to jump into another relationship to make you feel, you know, confident and make your self-esteem, you know, high or
I
whatever?
know that. Yeah.
Are you gonna be that person who like really seeks that? I don't think it's really a way to go on about life, to look for fulfillment, any type of fulfillment in a relationship. You know, I think it just has to start from within. You really need to face all your demons, deal with them, block them, leave them in the past, and then that's when you can go and do that.
Sometimes it's hard though. Sometimes it's hard
Yeah,
to
I was gonna
actually
say that
face.
it's not even that. Sometimes it is true that you lack self-esteem.
Yeah.
But then you also
once
love this person,
exactly.
and this relationship
Yeah,
brings
yeah,
you
for sure.
joy. It makes you feel
Uh-huh.
like you're that girl. That's nice. It should make you feel like you're that girl. It should make you feel like you're that guy. But not that it's your primary and only source of, like where you get your confidence, where you get your self-esteem. It shouldn't be that. Rather, the relationship should make you feel alive, happy, good about yourself. Your partner should make you feel good about yourself. But you should make yourself feel good about yourself first. You should be doing that first, so that okay, when this person goes, I still have me. I still can show up and look good and be good and feel good. So it starts with you.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. It's definitely hard, to be honest with you. It's hard sometimes. And I think with both genders fairly equally, it's both hard because you get some gents who are who are lacking self-esteem, and how do they get it? By going out there and sleeping with 1,000 chicks, and you get the girls too who lack self-esteem, and actually they get it by sleeping with 1,000 men who buy them this and this and this and this and this and this and this. See, so I mean, hey,
it's tough out here.
Yeah, it's hard out here. Trust me.
Next question. What role do boundaries or expectations play in the early stages, and how can they be managed?
Well, boundaries, I mean, play a very important role. I believe they do play a very important role.
Yeah.
And especially in fact, no, man, even if you're looking for a short-term thing, actually.
Yeah.
Even if you're looking for a short-term thing, you have to actually say it, you have to actually say what you're expecting. You have to say it, okay, cool. I'm expecting 1, 2, and 3. So that if the person does it, it's not a shock. Oh, if the person doesn't do the expectation, it's not a shock. No, man, but you were so.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Look, first of all, the short-term thing, I don't advise short-term relationships, casual relationships, firstly. But like you said, it's important to establish your expectation, your boundaries, what you are looking for in the relationship.
From the very first,
from the beginning.
Yeah, from the beginning
of the relationship, so that you know what to expect. I mean, being in a relationship where you don't know what to expect, it's almost like you're walking on eggshells. Like you don't know, is this okay? Is this not okay? Or you do something and then you think it's okay, because it's something I don't appreciate, and now there's like conflict, there's arguments, and I mean some arguments even lead to breakups, whereas it could be like a very good relationship. It had the potential to be a good relationship. So it's important to set your boundaries. It's important to like draw the line. Okay, this is this line that I don't want you, even if you're my boyfriend, even if you're my girlfriend, I don't want you to cross it. This is where I draw the line.
Most definitely. And for me, I had to learn that personally. I had to learn it because there were times, or there were things that she would do that I did not like, but because I didn't communicate them from the start, when she and I actually expected her to get it, which is unfair, because like she's not a mind reader, she's a magician. You can't know, or you can't predict her. Okay, this thing will make her happy, or this thing will make him happy. You just need to be open, and I mean it's. In general, well, it is a good thing to know where you stand with somebody. Whether you're in a relationship, in families, friendship, it's important to know where you stand with somebody, what they appreciate and what they don't appreciate. So it's very important. We highly
recommend
Yeah, most
that if you are
definitely.
in the beginning stages, you need to have that talk with your partner. We
First
did,
thing.
but obviously expectations change over time.
Over
There's
time, most
some
definitely.
things you didn't think you'd expect, and then after 2 years, you now have a new expectation or a new boundary. So communicate whenever there's like
Yeah.
boundaries that have shifted or new
Yeah,
boundaries.
facts.
Communicate them, especially in the beginning stages of a relationship. If you see this relationship is committed.
Yeah, well, with me personally, as much as I don't advocate. In fact, I wouldn't say I don't, but I don't necessarily advocate for short-term relationships. So, mangabe you engage in that short-term relationship. For example, make it clear
Yeah.
if to the other party who maybe thinks it's just a long-term thing.
Yeah.
But you make it clear with no, Vetu, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
Yeah.
this is what I'm bringing. This is that, and then Yazuti in the future when it's time for the relationship, Zuguti,
Yeah.
Nyazuguti I get cool.
Yeah, who's like heartbroken.
Who's like heartbroken or shocked with how.
Yeah,
I thought, you know,
this was long term.
You see,
Yeah.
So yeah, most definitely these boundaries, expectations, and communicating them
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
As I say, I had to learn that the hard way because you know we've had some arguments regarding this very, and you know
We communicate.
we communicated. I mean, it was hard,
If
but
there's
hey,
anything that you guys should take away from this is to communicate. Honestly,
Yeah,
I think
most
communication is more like very important above everything. Whether it's setting boundaries, whether it's communicating your feelings, whether it's just anything, communication is the key to a healthy relationship.
yeah, I feel to communicate.
Yeah.
Cross my boundary, communicate. I tell you with
Yeah.
Communicate, mchele.
Yeah.
Masabi.
Yeah. And let us know, guys, if you want us to do a video on communication, because we can talk and say, yeah, communicate, and somebody may be out here and like, how do you even do that? How do you even approach a partner? How do you communicate in a way that does not, spark arguments? How do you communicate in a healthy way? So let us know down below if you want us to do a topic, a video about communication, and we can do that for you guys. And yeah, that's about
That's
it.
that.
So we are going to do a part 2 of the beginning stages.
Yeah, of the relationship.
And yeah, we'll be covering more questions, more topics, more what?
Just everything that has to do with the beginning stages of the relationship.
Yeah, we'll be covering it all, and then if you have questions, drop them in the comments. We'll answer them. Like we said, we're not experts.
I was thinking about that, baby. Guys, once again, we are not experts. It's just what we've learned, what we've seen, our opinions, and please, most definitely share your opinion too.
Yeah.
If we are wrong, maybe there's a way you could, maybe we are doing something that's not working, and you can actually tell us, no, guys, do this instead, or try this instead. You see.
Yeah.
So yeah. We are not experts, we're just a couple sharing experiences and also looking for like-minded people.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like-minded people to share these things.
Yeah, our experiences, and hopefully have an open discussion about these things, because I feel like it's not much talked about, especially in relationships in like 20s, it's like all fun and games, but there's some of us who really are committed and we want to build a very strong foundation and a healthy relationship. So if you're like us, then we're looking for you. Yeah, so that's it for today, guys. Please like, share, remember to like and share, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.